Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Memberikan Dayani as my listening for general communication lecture and everyone who watched this presentation. Today I will present a news that I have analyzed as for fulfilling my final term examination project. Before I start the presentation, I will show you the news video. Let's check it out.
We start with breaking news from Israel because several people have been injured in two explosions close to two bus stops in Jerusalem. Police and emergency services have arrived at the scene. The injured have been taken to hospitals around the city. According to Israeli army radio, the blasts were caused by explosive devices, but police say they are investigating multiple possibilities. Now, it was two separate explosions at two bus stops, we believe, and two very busy areas of Jerusalem as people were heading to work. There have been videos from one scene showing people running. This is the scene live now. Debris scattered across the street. Now, Israeli media says that one blast was likely to have been caused by a device left at the scene. It was close to a bus station at a main road entrance to Jerusalem. That has injured at least 12 people, two of them critically. Now, at the other bus stop in the other part of the city, there have been minor injuries. Our correspondent Tom Bateman is with us now. Tom, thanks for joining us. What can you tell us about what has happened in these two areas?
As you say, two explosions, one of which took place at what is quite a busy bus station on one of the main road entrances to Jerusalem. It's the number one highway. It links Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. And at that time of the morning, it would have been very busy with people heading to work. And as you say, some of the images that we have from the scene so far are showing debris scattered across the streets and people running in the aftermath of the explosion. Now, Israeli officials and paramedics say that at least 12 people have been wounded in that blast. Two of them are critically injured at the moment, being treated in hospital. And then we have a second explosion, another part of Jerusalem, not too far away, but again appears to be targeting a bus stop. And pictures from that scene showing a bus with a shattered windscreen, what looks like shrapnel damage at the front of the bus there, and paramedics saying that three people have received minor injuries from that. Now, as regards the first explosion, Israeli media reporting at the moment that the device may have been left at the scene. There are reports of an electric bicycle that CCTV cameras have picked up being left there, and that may have been where the device was hidden. There's no confirmation of that at the moment. That's being reported by Israeli media, but the Israeli police releasing a statement in the last 15 minutes or so saying that they describe this as a suspected Palestinian attack.
Tom, while you've been speaking, just one line from the AFP news agency that the police are now saying that one person has been killed in one of those bombings. So developments coming in all the time.
Yeah, it is developing. And what we've had also from the police is that they're concerned that there may be other devices at other bus stations. A police chief saying that he expects to see police officers at bus stations, not just in Jerusalem, but up and down the country. Now, the point about this is there has been a spate of deadly gun and knife attacks targeting Israelis this year, more than 20 Israelis killed. Meanwhile, the Israeli military has carried out waves of military raids into Palestinian cities in the occupied West Bank. And we've seen a very big Palestinian death toll this year as well, with more than 130 Palestinians being killed, many of them by Israeli gunfire during those raids. So there has been this concern about escalating violence, about things continuing to slip further out of control. And while I say that wave of attacks has taken place this year, the use of explosives in Jerusalem would be the most significant attack of its kind in many years.
OK, Tom, thank you very much. Tom Bateman with the continuing developments from Jerusalem. Thank you for the moment.
Okay, after we watch the video, Let me introduce myself. My name is Fatih Akbar Rahmani from 22B class of English Language Education Study Program. Today I will present this new analysis. Okay, let's start the presentation. First, we have content. There is a title, channel, main topic, theme, settings, audience, figures, focus, expectation, language features, and summary. First, for the title is Jerusalem bus stop blast, leave 1 dead and 14 injured. And for the channel is from BBC News. Next, main topic is terrorizing citizen in Jerusalem, and for the theme is terrorism, raid and blast. Next is settings. First place is of course in the studio, and second place is the bus stop in Jerusalem. Next, for the audience is for everyone, especially for Jerusalem residents. Next, for the figures, first is news anchor. She's name is Karin Gionon. And second, we have reporter. His name is Tom Batman, and he is Middle East correspondent. Next, we have focus. Is the bombing in Jerusalem took place in bus stop and caused 1 person has been killed and 14 others wounded by 2 separate explosions. And for the expectation, of course, hopefully this issue will be rectified quickly and nothing similar won't occur again. Next is language feature. There is a 6 point. There is a saying verb, present perfect, simple past, adverb of time, adverb of place, action verb. And this is the example from the language feature. First is saying verb. There is a Israeli media says that 1 blast, as you say, 2 explosions, and Israeli officials and paramedics say. And for the present perfect, there is several people have been injured, emergency services have arrived, and has been a spate of deadly gun, and we have had. Next, for the simple past, there is the blast were caused by explosive devices. And for the adverb of time, there is a critically injured at the moment. Next, for the adverb of place, there is a being treated in a hospital and at the front of bus. And for the action verb, there is a they described. Next is summary. There have been many attacks on Israelis this year, and the bombings are one of them. One recent example is the recent bombing in Jerusalem area, specifically at 2 bus stops, which killed 1 person and injured 14 others. Therefore, the police immediately inspected the scene of bombing and monitored the area. And yep, thank you very much. Thank you for watching my videos, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.